Yeah, good evening, guys. You guys are able to hear my voice, yeah? Can anyone please confirm it here?
Yes, we are able to hear.
Yeah, okay, let's start the session. So, okay. So please confirm you guys are able to see the screen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. What we discussed. The font is visible, right? It's comfort, yeah?
Can you enlarge a bit?
Enlargements, 1 second, yeah. It's very small, no? Is it okay?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let's start the session. So today we are going to discuss what is an API. Then we can jump into the main objective of the course and everything. Okay. So the most of the people, I don't know whether they are working or many freshers, or maybe you need to change, you want to change the domain or something. Okay. So first today's agenda is the first question, maybe the uh, it is a MuleSoft. The first we can start with the some basic points, then we can jump into the what is the API world, what is the need of an API, and why the most of the companies are creating the APIs and everywhere. Okay, so what is our today's course is first we can start with what is the MuleSoft. The yeah, so most of the members are joined in the session. Think around well, let me see how many count. 1 second, guys.
mulesoft is an integration for application.
Let me 1 second. Okay. You guys have any doubts, please ping me on the chat and parallelly I can answer those questions also. Okay, let me start with the what is the MuleSoft? Maybe so many members are joined, around 40 to 50 members. I think 40 members are joined in the session. Now, what is the MuleSoft? Why we want to learn the MuleSoft? So before that one, what is the MuleSoft? Any answer?
It is an ESB.
Okay, it is an ESB. Then we can answer one by one. Next one. What is it is an ESB? Any other answers from?
Integration platform.
It's an integration platform. Excellent. Integration platform. Any other?
Also an API manager.
Oh, okay. We can talk about. Okay, API manager. The next one. Any other?
It's a
What's in
runtime
SharePoint?
engine.
What's sorry? It's a runtime.
It's a runtime engine.
It's MuleSoft is a runtime engine. Sure. Okay. Let me answer that one also. Runtime engine. Yeah. Next. Any other? When we talk about the MuleSoft, this is the one first point we need to strike out inside of our mind. What is the MuleSoft? So some of the member they talk about it is a ESB, it's an integration platform, it is an API manager, it is a runtime engine, something is there. Na? So the MuleSoft, it is a one kind of technology. Just remember one point. It is not a ESB something, it is the word. It is a MuleSoft is a one kind of software, some kind of technology. So main intention of this MuleSoft is we need to create an API. That is the number. For example, maybe in simple words, some of you member they ask the question. So this is the question you guys are asked some. What is a Java? Can anyone tell me? Whenever asked this question, what is your answer? Java is one kind of programming language. By using that programming language, we can able to develop or we can able to create a different kinds of application, right? The same thing you have to keep in mind. MuleSoft is a one kind of technology. So by using this technology or by using this tool, so they're providing tool. Just remember. So by using this tool, whatever the answers you are given, so those are the applications of the MuleSoft. Okay, the name itself indicates it is a one kind of software. By using the software, we are going to main intention, we are going to integrate the things. So how we can integrate it means by creating the API. Whenever we talk about the MuleSoft, we forget about the remaining all the things you need to keep in these two inside of your mind. It is an integration. So how we can integrate the thing means by creating the
API.
API. These are the 2 points you have to keep in mind. Remaining everything, just erase it. So everything comes under these 2 only. So main aim of the MuleSoft is we need to integrate the things. What we need to integrate it? Maybe you are getting the one thing now. What is the integration means? What is general meaning of integration? Forget about the high level, technical level. Just what is the general English meaning of integration?
Applications.
Combining.
Yeah, that's the one. So forget about remaining everything. The word combining. So what we need to combine? What are the things we need to combine it?
Applications.
Just
Data.
applications, data, or something else?
Softwares.
Softwares X. This is a broad one, right? We can call that those are all our apps, softwares, application, anything we can call it as apps, na? So inside of organization there are different apps are running, so we need to communicating with those apps together. So for that one, first we need to combining it. The technically combining the apps or technically communication between the apps, we can call it as integration. It's a simple words, it's a one. So for example, there is a one app is there, maybe you are every day we are using this app, right? So the phone pay, so this is one app. So in phone pay app point of view, this phone pay is integrated with the different things. So you guys tell me your phone pay application, where we can use this phone pay application, tell me.
Mobile recharge.
The mobile recharge or any external application I want to talk about.
While
Red
shopping on
bus.
Amazon.
Yeah, that's one. You can see when the Amazon, we can able to communicate your phone pay application, right? What are other things?
Zomato.
Oh yes, you can see there is another
Railway
app,
reservation.
Swiggy. Sorry, spelling wrong.
Metro
Can
ticket booking.
Yeah, so ticket booking may be Red Bus. We can use it. Red Bus, otherwise Zomato. So something you can see, these are all the external apps, right? You can see one app is, you can see phone pay is one app. This app is communicating with the all other apps. How they are communicating? That is my question. How this communication is happened? Now you
Using
can
API.
understand. So your app is must be communicating with this some external application, just like Amazon, Amazon, Swiggy, Redbus, something different applications are there. So this is the app created by you. This is the app not created by you, but still you want to communicating with these two. How we can able to communicate it? That is my question.
To
How we can?
integrating.
So integrating, like what the meaning of integration means, we need to communication is nothing but the integration. So how we can communicate it? That's what I
Using
mean.
APIs.
Using APS. Is there any other technology is there? For example,
Using-
APS are coming the past 10 years before. Is there any way is there?
Using an integration between the
Forget about, okay. Okay. During the
Using
integration, how we can integrate it?
using
In your
XML,
point of view, how we can integrate the things?
using XML
While exporting
technology.
endpoints.
Forget about technology, man. So it's simple thing. Okay, let me create one simple real-time example. So before starting, these are the very simple one. One second. I will. Okay, what it is coming now. One second. Yes, I will write it on the screen. Then you can understand what is my intention is. Second, guys. 1 second. I will write it on the screen. Then you can understand. So how integration is happens. Okay. Now there is a integration is there. Now you guys tell me how integrations are done in the real time. For example, let us say your phone pay application is there. So there are different applications we can able to communicate it, just like Amazon. What are the others you are talking about? Swiggy. What are the others thing?
Red Bus.
Redbus, right? So Here, this is your application, your created application. This application must be communicated with these are other application. That means how we need to communicate it. Either we can write the entire software code inside of your application. Otherwise, inside of Amazon, you want to use this PhonePe application. That means you need to give entire PhonePe code to your Amazon website. Is the internally, is it the way they are communicating it? Maybe what is the thinking of your? This entire PhonePe software, whatever you are designing, this entire thing will be copied into the Amazon website. Then only your PhonePe is working. How they are communicating it? What is in your point of view?
API calls.
So we don't know, right? Generally here you can remember one thing. So that is the way APIs are coming means. So different vendors are creating different applications. So we need to communicating with each other. So how we can communicate it means first we need to make it an connection. We can make it as a one connection. So here why I made it as a connection because I need to this is the point. Just remember the guys. I need to communicating from one app to all other apps. Okay, so here the most important point is why the integration is happened means whenever we need to communicating between one application to another applications, we need to integrate those things. So in the modern world, what happens is one application software is must be communicating with the another application. Maybe your Facebook is communicating with the PhonePe, your Facebook is communicating with the Google Apps. That means one application definitely need to communicating with the other application. So how it is happening means whenever we integrating the things, then only it going to happen. When someone asks the question, what is the integration means? Whenever any app or any software wants to communicate with another application, first we need to make it as a one link establishment. So that link establishment, how we can able to do that means by using your integration technology. So this is the basic of your integration. What is the need of integration means? Because I want to communicating with the one application to another application. So this is the main reason of integrating the things. Now you know what is the need of integration. Then how we can able to integrate the things. Now we are going to see it. Okay, so these are all the external applications, something integration, phone pay, everything, right? So maybe before starting off the API, there is one thing I want to talk about. What is a web? What is a web? What is a web? What is a web?
Connection between networks.
Maybe we can talk it about the internet in simple words.
Yeah.
So what is the intention of internet? Someone is already in connection of subnets. Okay, so why I'm referring this one means, so your resource is available inside of your organization. So please go on mute, guys. Please go on mute. Uh, so one application is running on inside of your server, another application is running on somewhere else. How we can make it as a connection means first we need to connect it. So for that one, we need to use the web. So whenever we talk about the web, so maybe you guys are remember this one. What is the word? Just read out first.
Web service.
Yeah, now you can understand. So how we can able to communicate it means we need to create different kinds of web services. So by using those web services, one application can communicating with the another application. Now you can understand. So previously we don't know APIs and everything. So previously we need to create one kind of web service. By using that web service, one application can communicating with the another application. There are different kinds of web services are available. There are different kinds of web services are available. In olden days, they are using the RMI calls are there available, remote management call. There is a SOAP based calls are available, different kinds of available. So latest one, there are the REST based web services are available. The main intention of these web services is we want to communicating from one application to another application. Okay, now you can understand. So here, whenever we need to integrate the things, which one we need to create here according to this point? We need to create
Web service.
web service. So there are different kinds of web services are available, just remember. So in by using the MuleSoft, the main intention of ours, you can see what kind of web services we are going to create. It is what kind of web services we are going to create. What kind of web services we are going to create it?
REST.
REST and
REST
SOAP.
based. No. For the MuleSoft, 99% we are going to create the REST based one. Why we are only creating the REST based one, I will explain later. Just remember. So here we are going to create which kind of web service?
RESTful.
RESTful web services. Now you can see here, you can see one application can talk with another application. Na? So technically that we can call it as API. So technically, what is an API means? A indicates application, program, interface. Now you can understand. So what is an API? One application can interact with the another application. For that one, definitely we need one interface. That interface we are going to create it. That we can call it as an API. That means API is a piece of program that can allow you to communicating one application with the another application. So what kind of service it is? It is a what kind of service it is?
RESTful web service.
No. What first? What is a web
Web
service? That
service.
means just remember. So whatever the APIs you are using, that is also a one kind of web service. So there are different kinds of web services are available. So now we are going to create what kind of web service we are going to create at most of the cases?
RESTful.
REST. That is the point. Just remember. So whenever one application wants to communicate with another application, first we need to create a web service. Technically, that we can call it as an API. So what is the API? Application Programming Interface. What is inside? This is a one software program. That is some simple program. Okay. By using that program, what we are going to create? REST-based web services. We are going to create it. Okay, this is the high level one. Still so many members are not understand the API kind of everything. Now we can move to the real time application, then you can understand everything. It is very simple high level. Then we can move to the one simple one. Now you can understand. It is an API. What is an API? A indicates the application, P indicates the programming, interface. So this is the one. Still I am not getting what is an API. Then we can move to the more suitable and easiest example. Every time I am taking this example only because this is very easiest way of understanding API architecture. Let us assume yourself, you are waiting inside of the restaurant. So you need to order some food. So how you can order the food? Let us assume yourself is waiting inside of one restaurant. So you need to order the food. How you can order it?
Call the waiter.
I am again, once again, I am repeating the question. So again, you need to order the food. You can directly call the main waiter, and otherwise you can choose some menu card.
Menu card.
Right, just you can say every point is very important. You can see by seeing the menu card, you are ordering the food. Okay, so where your food is available?
Kitchen.
Guys, please go on mute. Yeah, so inside of the kitchen only your food is available. You are ordered some food, right? So how that food is coming from the kitchen to on your table? The chef is simply throw away the food from the kitchen. You can catch it, na?
No.
No, that is not possible, right? Now you can, right? So in between you and the kitchen, there is a one mediator is there, right? So whatever the food you ordered by seeing the menu card, that item is carry forward to the kitchen chef via waiter only. Again, inside of the kitchen, whatever the food is prepared, that food is taken care to the waiter. That waiter is again carry forward to the user, right? So that means in between user and the kitchen, there is a one interface is there. Let us assume this is one application, this is another application. These two application wants to communicate. So definitely there is a one interface we need, right? Now you can understand. So the user gives the order to the waiter. The waiter carry forward that order to the kitchen. Inside of the kitchen, the food is prepared. Again, it will give to the waiter. Waiter again carry forward to the user. Right? Now you can understand whatever the image you are seeing the waiter, now it is acted as your API. Now you can understand the what is the meaning of an API. Through this API only, one application can communicating with the another application, right? So for example, there is no waiter is there. Is it possible to pick the data, pick the food from the kitchen to this table? Is it possible?
No.
No?
No.
Right? So maybe you can thinking one hypothetical question, sir. I can go to the kitchen, I can grab the food. So that is also possible. But in that case, again, your entire client application wants to go inside of your kitchen, right? Generally, that is not possible, na? Maybe some of the members, maybe you can think that is the hypothetical, na? So that is the olden days. Okay. So your entire application. Now you can see whatever the image you are seeing, the your API act as a I indicates interface, na, in act as interface between user to the client. Now you can convert this entire to the modern world. You can see the client by using particular app, he can send a request to an API. The API can carry forward that request to the my server. You can see the first one. Okay, from the server, what according to your request, you can prepare the data and again given back to as a response. You can see the server give the response to the API, the entire response is again carry forward to the my client. So whatever you are seeing, this is the basic architecture of your API terminology. The client here, these points are very important. The client sends a request to an API. The API can carry forward this request to the my server. So you can just remember here, API cannot performing anything inside of the server, only we are performing, we can pick the data. So maybe let us assume this is the database, we need to pick the data, so we need to pick the data from the server. Again, it can give the response, that API carry forward that response to the client. So this is the way your modern APIs are working. Okay, you guys are understand how the APIs are communicating from one application to another application?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So now you can see, maybe you can understand the API app, right? So for example, you want to know the location of your WhatsApp. I mean, inside of the WhatsApp, you need to send your location to your friend. Now you can tell me. So inside of the WhatsApp are using any kind of, I mean, mapping services? WhatsApp using
No.
any kind of, then how the WhatsApp knows your location?
Google Maps.
That's the important. That means your WhatsApp is communicating with the Google, right? How they are communicating? So inside of WhatsApp, they are using the Google APIs. Okay. Let us say, for example, inside of the Red Bus, I will show you those APIs also. You can see the real times everything. You can see. One second. I can open one second. I will show you all the API, everything in modern world, everything is in the modern world, everything is APIs only. For example, we are most talking about the phone pay now. You can see phone pay APIs. They're creating the APIs. You can see whenever you want to use the phone pay, we no need to install entire phone application. You can see the phone pay, they're creating the APIs. We can use these APIs. For example, so you need to use it now. One more API. For example, you need to use the Google Maps. Then we no need to install any software. We can directly use the Google Maps APIs. You can see. So we can every the modern application, they're creating the APIs only. We no need to install any software, because we can by simply we can use these APIs, we can able to use it. For example, there is one more payment application is there, that is your Razor Pay. For example, your application wants to communicating or integrate with the Razor Pay. Razor Pay, they can give you APIs. API. You can see that means the modern application, you can take any modern application, they're creating the APIs, because it is the simplest way of communicating one application to the another application. Okay, so we no need to do anything. We can simply create an application, we can create an API, then from that API, we can able to do it everything. Okay, so that is the advantage of using creating an API. So that's why modern world, everything they are creating the APIs only. Okay, 1 second, where it is. You guys are able to view the screen now? Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
now, so this is the simple broad example. Now you can see the same, you can visualize it. The client sends a request to an API. The API can carry forward that the server give the response from the server. Again, the API give the response to the client. Everything is in between one application to another application. There is an API is there. So this is the meaning of an API. So this is very simple, very effective also. You can see the APIs are what is the main intention of API. By seeing the simple picture, you can understand. So there is a two kinds of application is there. The backend application, front end application is there. Let us assume in the backend they're preparing the food. So we need to transfer this entire food to your front end application. That means your restaurant. Then who carry forward your data? Who carry forward that food? Obviously waiters, na? Yeah, you can see the APIs are carry the your backend information to the front end application. Just remember here that the what the backend means where your data is available. Maybe inside of your database, maybe inside of some other servers, everything. So wherever your data is there, your APIs are picking that data, and according to the front end, they can change the format and they can change the presentation. They can give to the front end application. By seeing the simple picture, you can understand it is the API. For example, there is no API is there. Whatever the food you prepared, that can be go to the your front end application. Is it possible?
No.
No. So that is the usage of an API. You can take any modern application. Definitely, we need to create APIs only. Okay. So that's why we are learning the MuleSoft. That's why in the market, the MuleSoft has the huge demand, because we need to create the APIs. What is the easiest way of creating API? Just remember the guys, by using the Java language also you can able to create, .NET also you can able to create, but what is the easiest way of creating an API is by using your MuleSoft. Okay, so at this point I can take 2 minutes break. You guys have any doubts, then you can ask me any doubts, what is regarding the API or something.
Yes,
Any
sir.
doubts?
I
Yeah,
do have couple of doubts.
yeah, you can ask me. Yeah,
Yes, in front page, not here,
fine.
in text, not in presentation.
Okay, okay, web sir. Okay, yeah, 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, what is this ARMI, SOP,
No, no,
RES?
no, 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 no. This is RMI is the remote method invocation. It's a oldest way of invoking other data. This is the Java kind of thing. RMI calls. In olden days, whenever we need to get the data from your remote server, we need to create the RMI calls, Corba calls. It is the oldest technology. The second one is that this is the one kind of web service, that is the SOAP services. This we can call it as a heavyweight components. We are call it as.
Okay,
Yes,
this
yeah.
this is API. SOP is API.
Yes, it's a one kind of an API. So based REST services, we can call it as. No, no, it's not API. This we can call it as SOAP web services.
SOAP web services.
Yeah.
Okay.
In coming slides, you can understand what is the REST and why we are following the only the REST about the SOAP. You can understand. I will explain in couple of minutes. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So someone is raised a question. Yeah, coming. Uh, no, no questions. Then we can move to the next. Yeah. Any
I
other?
have the one question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we say all APIs are web services?
No, no, no. I'm not saying that one. So generally, by using MuleSoft, we are going to create a REST-based API. What is the REST? You can understand in 2 minutes. Then you can come back and you can answer this one. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. One by one. I will answer a question.
IBM
lot of
API Connect and MuleSoft are the same. Or
Sorry.
IBM API Connect also will create APIs, right? As REST APIs and so. So is it same? MuleSoft.
No, no, no. I didn't get you. You talk about the API architecture.
IBM API Connect.
IBM API.
API connect, yes.
No. You can see, I am just talking about what is an API. You can see that means the API main intention is connecting between two softwares. That API is designed by any X or Y or Z company. Internally, the main intention of API is we need to communicating one application to another application. That's the one. So we are not talking about the IBM APIs or XYZ API. So main intention of the APIs is we need to communicate it. That's the one. Just remember that point. So how they are creating the APIs means either we can create the SOAP-based APIs or REST-based APIs. Generally, the SOAP-based ones we can call it as a web services. So 90% of the modern cases we are creating the REST-based one. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Someone.
thanks.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. What is the course content we are going to learn?
Okay.
And as we are looking for the experience level of things,
Okay.
so where we can implement.
Yeah.
So
Give me 10 minutes. I will answer those questions also. Once, okay.
Yeah.
Once we see the rest, and then I can come back and I can answer the questions. Okay. Yeah. At the end. Okay. Yeah.
Also,
So
I have one question. There are multiple competitors for MuleSoft.
Yeah. I can. All those questions, just I will give just 5 minutes. You can answer all the questions. Okay. Someone asked me what is the programming language, what are the alternative MuleSoft, everything. First, you can understand the what is that integration. Then we can move to the MuleSoft. Then only you can understand. So I can blindly said na MuleSoft is an integration platform means you don't know what is the integration, what is the use of learning the MuleSoft. That's why first I'm explaining what is an integration, how integrating the things happen, and then we can move to the MuleSoft. Okay. I hope. Yeah.
Yeah. What is the difference between API and web service?
API and web service, both are same, na?
So web
You can
service
see
is an
the
API.
web service is nothing but is a broad meaning, right? You can see by using web services, by using these web services, you can see we can able to communicate it, right? So different kinds of web services available, microservice. So instead of that one, we are going to create an API here. Simplest way. Once you can then first you can see the rest, then you can answer that one. Okay, just me. I will show you. Then you can understand. 1 second, guys. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Yes. Okay, when none you can see this diagram, then you can get this everything why we are creating the web services. You can see my server is, let us assume you want to access your WhatsApp messages. So where your WhatsApp messages are available, inside of your phone or inside of the WhatsApp server?
WhatsApp server only.
So that means you need to connect your WhatsApp server, but your WhatsApp server is not available inside of your location. It is available inside of some remote place. Then how we can able to connect your remote resources means via internet only, right?
Right.
That means we need to create what kind of application. Internet, technically we can call it as a web, right? So here now you can tell me, you guys tell me which kind of services I need to create here. Web-based service or console-based service. That means instead of one application it is running, that kind of application I need to create it, or I need to create a web-based application.
So web-based.
That's what. So what is the meaning of web services means it can communicating via internet and it can pick the data from your remote place. So you can take your MS Word. MS Word is not a web-based application. It is running purely inside of your local computer only, right? But you can take any Gmail application or WhatsApp application, Facebook application. Internally, these applications are communicating with the remote places via internet only. So here we need to create a web service. That intention of that web service is we can need to pick the data from your server. Okay, so by using the RESTful APIs, we can able to create these kind of things. Okay, someone is asked now what is a web service, what is the need of creating web services means this is the one, because the modern applications are always picking the data from the remote places. How we can able to pick the data? Through internet only. Whenever we talk about the internet, we need to create a web service. So what is the, you can see, so what is the simplest way of creating a web services means once you create an API, by using that API we can able to pick the data from the remote places. So there is one more advantage of creating an API is, so can anyone tell me what is the advantage of Java? there is a one particular advantage is there, Java. Java applications are platform independent, right? That means once you written the Java code, we no need to change any single line of the code to execute that Java code any kind of system. Same way, once you create an API, we no need to change a single piece of the code to execute to consuming data on different systems. For example, you are using the mobile systems, we no need to reconfigure API. The same API can work on your mobile devices. The same API can work on your tablet. Same piece application can running on your web console PC based application. So we no need to change it. Depending on your end user, we no need to configure, we no need to do anything. The single API, once you design, that single API can work across all the systems, all kind of systems. That's why we are creating an API. Okay. The next one is, so let us say, so just forget about 1 second. Now you can understand, maybe inside of, you can see there we can use the different kind of APIs. You can see maybe inside of your mobile phone, you see this one, weather information, everything, right? How your mobile screen display this information? How we can get this simple information on your mobile screen? Your mobile devices can estimate the humidity of the humidity or rainfall, everything it is measuring. Now, is there any sensor is there inside of your mobile phone?
No.
No. Then how
No.
how they can display this data?
With the app, the application.
Yeah, that's my intention. Where we can get the data. So this entire data is, let us assume now you can see. So this is your mobile application. The mobile application want to display the weather data. Unfortunately, there is no mechanism is there to measure the data. Right now, you can see there is a particular website, just like the provider AccuWeather. This is the website. They can measure, they can maintain all the weather information. Now, I want to display this information. Now my mobile application wants to communicating with this application. Now you can see this is one application. This is another application. Please go on mute, guys. So we need to communicating these two together. How we can able to communicate it? You can see this is not available inside of your mobile phone. This is available inside of a remote place. Here, which kind of application I need to create it? Web-based application or standalone application?
Web-based.
Web-based application. First, we clear. The next one, two application needs to communicate it. Two application needs to talk to each other. So according to previous ones, what we need to create it?
API.
Now you can see the AccuWeather by default, they are already creating an APIs. By using these APIs, we can able to pick the information from this AccuWeather website. That information is displayed on the screen. This is, let us assume, this is your client machine. This is your server machine. Client and server wants to communicate. Here is your writer, the APIs. Now you can see. So now you can understand now. So without APIs, is it possible to pick the data from this AccuWeather?
No.
Nothing is possible. That is the modern world. You can take anything internally. They are using APIs only. Okay. So this is the modern world. You can see. This is the reservation management system. So this is the hotel management system. So you need to book a flight ticket. You need to book a hotel ticket. You can see there are external system. All applications are creating an APIs. From that one, we need to pick it. Tomorrow, I will explain broadly. Okay. These are all things I will explain tomorrow. Okay. So someone is asking some question. Yeah. You can see someone is asking question just like the MuleSoft. You can see the first one. So by using the MuleSoft, we can able to create an API. But MuleSoft is a one kind of integration platform. Just like the MuleSoft, there are different vendors available to integrate the things to create an APIs. So there is a Dell Boomi is there, SnapLogic is there, Apaki is there, Tipco is there. So compared to all the other things, the MuleSoft became more popular and become the more strongest because the MuleSoft, there are number of connectors are available. What is the meaning of connector means? For example, you want to integrate with the Gmail. If we no need to write single code, there is Gmail connector is there. You want to connect with the SAP application, there is a SAP connector is there. Just like that one, the MuleSoft having the more than 4,000 connectors are available compared to any other integration platform. You can see there is a big competitor. TIBCO is there. TIBCOs, there is less number of connectors are available compared to the MuleSoft. So there is a NetSuite connector is there. MuleSoft, that TIBCO, there is that kind of connector is not available. So that is the one of the reason to become the popularity of the MuleSoft. There are number of connectors are available compared to the any other integration platform. And moreover, usage of the MuleSoft is very, very, very easy. Okay, so these are the some providers and that one are the competitors of your MuleSoft. Someone raises the question. Yeah, Prem Tej Reddy, you can, yeah, you can ask. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm currently working in SnapLogic. I can see the difference. You
Yeah,
mentioned.
yeah, you can understand. Maybe some of the guys are coming from the TIBCO, they can clearly understand the power of MuleSoft. So it's MuleSoft is very easy compared to any other integration platform. Just the point, just remember. Okay, so number of connectors are available. It's very, very easy and more convenient way of using of MuleSoft. Okay, the next one. So someone, these points I can cover tomorrow, guys. This today. I will cover the main points. Yeah. So someone is asking questions compared to the any other things, why we are using the mule only. So the mule, okay, not one. Yeah. So this is the answer for this one. For the 2018 onwards, the MuleSoft is acquired by the Salesforce. Maybe you also already know Salesforce is giant in the CRM technology. So wherever the Salesforce products are there, there are in those places they start promoting the MuleSoft. Wherever the Salesforce is there, by default they start promoting the MuleSoft, means they're creating the number of projects. So the number of projects means number of job opportunities are there. So compared to the any other integration platforms, there are huge number of projects are out for the MuleSoft. That's why all the companies are start migrating their projects from the TIBCO or SnapLogic or any other integration platform, the MuleSoft, they're migrating. So wherever the migrating happen, definitely there is a need of job roles, right? So that's the one of the reason why we are learning the MuleSoft, means there is huge demand is there. At the same time, just remember the guys, the huge demand is equal to the your talent only. Okay, just learning the MuleSoft, you're not surviving. Just remember, so you can just spending 2 hours per day, you can definitely survive in the market coming 4 years. There is not sufficient people, not technically sufficient people not there in the real time. People are there, not technically sufficient. Sufficient people are not there. Okay, just practice and everything. So this is the one of the reason why the people are choosing the MuleSoft and everything. Okay, the next one is the what is the client base of the MuleSoft. You can take any bigger organization, they're already the vendors of your MuleSoft. So they're already the clients of your MuleSoft. You can take any bigger organization, they're already starting their project migrating to the MuleSoft because of Salesforce. Okay, so there is a huge demand in the market for the MuleSoft, and definitely the next one is, this is the main questions, so many inside of the mind. So I'm coming from the testing background, otherwise I'm coming from the admin roles, or I am coming from the mechanical background. So I don't have any knowledge on the technical point of view, coding point of view. Is it the I can suitable to learn the MuleSoft, means just remember the guide for the MuleSoft, you know, required any prerequisites. So you don't have the any knowledge, you have the zero knowledge and the programming skills, no problem. You can spend 2 hours per day. It is very easy creating and everything. It is very easy. So you are coming from any background, no problem, you can learn the MuleSoft. Okay, the next one is, so this is the greatest myth inside of our mind. Is there coding skills required to learn the MuleSoft? Is there any coding is there inside the MuleSoft, means? So the answer is yes. So there is a coding is there, but the total 100%, the 30% we need to write your coding, that also in the data view only, not in the Java. Okay, so we are not going to use any Java code inside of the MuleSoft. And the Mule 3 only we are using the Java. From the Mule 4 onwards, we are less depending on the Java. This is also one of the myth. So to learn the MuleSoft, I need to learn the Java. I need to have the any idea about Java, means. So you have the zero knowledge on the Java, no problem. So we are writing the entire thing inside of the MuleSoft by using the data view. That is the programming part of your MuleSoft. 30% we need to write the code, and remaining everything is we can drag and drop the connectors. By using the connectors, drag and drop, we can able to design it. 30% we need to write it. Okay, it is also very easy. We are not like writing the lengthy of the code. Roughly, we can write maximum of complex situations, 30 lines of the code only. Remaining everything, we need to map it. The column names are there. This column, you took this, that's the one. Okay, writing the data view, not that much of complex, just remember. Okay, so the coding part is there, only 30% is there. Remaining everything is drag and drop, drag and drop. So once again, I repeat the question, I repeat the so there is no Java now, there is no need of learning a Java to learn the MuleSoft. That's the point, just remember it. Okay. So everything that is all about introduction part of an API and some of the questions of the regarding the MuleSoft course and different myths and everything. That is the first day of introduction. So now you guys have any doubts, then you can ask. Tomorrow we will see the integration, what is a REST and everything we will cover in tomorrow session. Okay. I don't want overflow all the things in single day, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
can you
yeah.
brief about the duration of the course? What are the
Okay, 1 second. I will explain.
And
I will
and
show. Yeah.
course course
I
content.
will show the course content. I think 1 second.
So
I think
this course is only for beginners or experienced?
experienced means
I
yeah.
have some basic knowledge of MuleSoft,
No.
so I
Yeah,
need some
MuleSoft.
depth
You can
knowledge.
hear that. Why I'm asking this question means for the experienced people, freshers, both are using the same kind of terminology to design the flows. Only the difference is how they can return the data view.
Right.
Right. So that's purely depending on the whatever the problems you are raising. We cannot
Hello,
give the
sir.
guarantee, na. So yeah,
Sir,
yeah.
what about career in MuleSoft?
Yeah,
Is it,
you are asking about the future scope of the MuleSoft, na? Just that's why
yeah,
I'm repeating. So there are number of people are available in the MuleSoft, number of people only available, not the skilled people. Maybe you can understand my answer, right?
correct?
So even
please
though
repeat
on the
it.
bench, I can explain the real time scenario situation here. For the every company, they already hired the MuleSoft people. So for the bench, there are 50, 60 people are there. Still, they are going for the skilled people for the MuleSoft. So you can understand now why I'm repeating the skilled means. So there are the huge demand for the skilled people. I'm just repeating. Just learning the course, you cannot survive on the market. Maybe within 2 months, 3 months, maybe they can kick out. So you have the skills. Definitely, you can survey. There is huge demand for the MuleSoft for the skilled people. They are looking for the skilled MuleSoft people. You guys are
So
all guys are just remember this point because in the market already they are hiring the MuleSoft people more than enough, but still they are going for the recruitments. You can take any bigger ones, they're starting recruiting the skilled MuleSoft people. Okay, that's the one. That's why I'm just joined the course, it won't give the job. Even though you can get the job in the when we onboard for the project, you are facing so many difficulties. Just practice at 2 hours per day, you can gain some knowledge, then you can survive at least 3 years. For the coming 3 years, there is no problem for the MuleSoft. That number of projects are coming out for the MuleSoft. So after 3 years, no one can predict which technology is rule the market.
so
Yeah,
in this training,
yeah.
so we are going to learn in how much depth knowledge like that. So we
Yeah,
are going to
okay.
discuss babe, you
You
explained
talking
already
about any real time scenarios and something, right?
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, first I will someone ask the course contact na. I will show that one. Then you can.
Sir, one question.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
You are saying skilled MuleSoft means how to become a skilled MuleSoft?
Uh,
What does it mean? Can you please
maybe
elaborate?
yeah. So yeah, I maybe it is not the place, right? I can show you. So for example, I can explain one real time scenario, not one. So what happens is, for example, some of the members are joined for the MuleSoft developer, but he doesn't know how to write or how to concatenating of two names in the data view. But he is onboarded for the project. It is a simple one. By using the plus plus operator, we can able to concat. That point also he doesn't know. So how he can design the project?
Correct.
This is the
Okay.
scenario in the real time what is happening. So
Okay, sir.
everybody, Yeah, that's
I got your point. Like, so you
Yeah,
mean to say
yeah.
that basic foundation is needed. So
Basic foundation, that is the lagging for the most of the people in the MuleSoft.
okay, so basic foundation, as you're saying, it is needed. So
Yes.
if I don't know Java or if I don't know any programming language,
Yeah.
so which technology have to be
No.
very strong?
You could see. So for the MuleSoft is an API. This API, whatever the APIs are you are created. Okay, 1 second. Maybe in tomorrow class or other day after tomorrow, you can understand. Whatever the APIs are you are created, those must be used inside of either Java code or .NET application. They are using whatever the applications you are using, you are created now. So those directly these APIs are not working. These API must be imported, must be integrated inside of any front-end application, Java application, .NET application, other any PHP application. They are consuming your APIs.
Or Salesforce?
Anything.
Okay.
Okay, these APIs will not give any information. These APIs, again, we need to using these APIs inside of any Java application or .NET application, then they're giving data. I will show you. I think tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I will explain these things.
Okay.
Okay, that means
Thank you.
you don't need to learn Java, right? You need to create an API. So their headache, how your API is giving the data, how they are using the data, and what the purpose they are getting the data. That is the Java other application designer. They can take care of it, everything, right?
So,
Okay, sir, thank you.
Yeah.
thank you, sir. You just explain like a data view language and
Yeah.
expression like that. So we are going to cover into this training itself, or I have
Yes.
to
No.
take
That is,
another
no.
session for that?
In the part of the training, 1 second. I will show the course content. Then you can understand. We covered the deployment also. I will show you 1 second, guys. I think it is the website also they're putting. I will show the course content completely. What we are going to cover it. Okay.
Is the certification mandatory? I mean, like, if,
No, not a mandatory, guys. Only mandatory part is the skilled one. If you have the certificate and you don't know how to create a flow, then what is the need? That is, you can see at the part of the course, we are covering all these things. You can see the first we can start with the basics of integration technologies and what is the integration and what is the things, everything. Then we can go for the API architecture. What is an API and how we can integrate the APIs binding and everything. Then we can discussion of the, so in the Mule point of view, we are creating the flows and everything. Okay. So these are the core components, everything we are covering. Different connectors, database connector, file connector, HTTP connector, and what are the general connectors we are using in the real-time projects. Those connectors we are covering, and you can see the modules, different modules. Mean JMS module is there, scripting module, XML, everything we are the different thing we are covering, and most of them we are spending more time on this part. You can see data view, so nearly we can spend 7 days or 8 days on the data because this is the programming part of your Mule part. So that is also we are covering everything, exception handling and everything. So
I
this is
think
the first part. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the data view you already
Yeah.
I think forced onto this particular topic. So how much depth we can learn in data view, like
No. Here,
transformation like that?
yeah, you can ask about the how much depth means. Oh, this is the one. First, we can cover with the basic one. After that one, we can take some real time. We can take the real time use cases, and we try to write the script for that one. Okay.
Sir, recently my MuleSoft they released
Yeah.
level 2 developer exam. So this
Okay.
will match with that, or it is totally different?
No. So you can see whatever the course you are learning. So this is what for the MCD level 1 only. MCD level 2 somewhat advanced one. Advanced
Okay.
means you need to practice more use cases, then we can get it right.
So do you have training about this level 2 also?
No. Yeah, this is the only pure for the level 1 only. For the level 2, no one can give the any kind of training. So once you have the commanding on all these things, they can ask the scenario based question. Then we need to solve that one. That is the one.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the first part. We are covering everything, and you can see there is the second part. You can see. So up to now, the first part, everything we are connecting the batch processing and everything we are connecting the whatever the sufficient for the real-time project. And second part, you can see this is the second part of the course. The second part of the course is generally where the deployment part. So the deployment part comes with the once you're designing the API, where we need to deploy it, how we can control it, and everything. That is the deployment part. That is also we are covering. So we have to deploy our entire application inside of one server, how we can configure the server configurations and everything. We are covering that part also. So if you follow the course content and everything, the 45 days, whatever it is, you can definitely you can practice, and even 2 years experienced guy in the real time, that much of experience you can gain it if you practice well only. I can mention that point. If you practice 2 hours per day, whatever the whatever the discussions happening inside of the class and practice it, do even 2 years of guy who is working on the real time, that equivalent experience you can gain it because we are following the same kind of structures and everything.
But they provide just 30 days trial for studio, right? Practice.
No. That is the Anypoint platform.
For
For the
studio also.
Anypoint studio, it is free. We can use
No,
it in there is no
nowadays for
restrictions
studio
on
also
that.
they have restricted to 30 days.
No,
Nowadays.
I'm using no. For the 30 days, there is no restriction is there.
For studio.
Yeah.
So one thing I wanna ask, you already display the so many content.
Okay.
So is it possible to cover in 45 days only?
Yeah,
Or it will
45 days.
extend?
That means initially we promised the 45 classes, not 45 days. So maybe we can increase the 55 depending on the maybe some classes for 40, 50 that happens also.
Like maybe suppose in 45 or 50 classes we are not going to cover, then skipping like that some
No.
concept.
So once you cover all the content only, we are going to close the batch. There is no borderline is there. Just remember 45 automatically close, that kind of thing is not happen. Once you cover all the content, then only we can close the batch. Then only we can go for the next batch. Okay.
Because we have some basic knowledge, so that's why I asked a question like a data view. So it will take I think 15 to 15 days will be I think a shorter for that concept.
Sir, one question, as we can see data view is very important here.
Yes,
in
very. Yeah.
So data view is related to what type of coding style, like C, C++,
No.
Java?
This is their own scripting language. This is Express. You guys say any idea about the Python, simple Python line, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that kind of simplicity they are using, right? So
It
they
is
are
a
not
scripting
using
language you are saying? It is scripting.
Technically, we can call it as scripting. Everything with simple line. 1 second. You
So it
still
is
want?
not like object oriented, something like that.
Yeah,
It is only
I will
scripting.
show you. I will show maybe. Okay, I will show you. It's very simplest way of writing script.
Like JavaScript?
No, even that is also very complicated, but it's very simple. You can see whatever you are seeing, it is the mule point of view we are using. For example, you want to define the date, then you can simply give the function called now. Then it is automatically giving. For example, here you need to creating an object. So in Java, we need to use the new something, right? Here we no need to do. You can see everything is very simple. For example, here we need to give some keys. I can give age. Whatever you are seeing, this is the JSON style. What is the JSON? I will explain later. You can see. So this is the data. Your data is coming just like this one. So it is a age is coming. It's a JSON. So for example, there is a two names you need to map it. You can concatenate it. You can see. You can give Ramu.
So why we are writing JSON over there? Can we write something else?
Because in the tomorrow we can understand the REST-based architecture. There you can understand. You can see this is the concatenation.
Yeah.
So why we
Most
are
of
using the
JSON only?
why we are using the JSON? There I can answer it. You can see this is the way we can answer it. We can write the command. It's a very
So
simple.
which version we are going to learn?
The 4 only. Mule 4 only we are covering now.
The latest one.
So
No, no, no,
but
no, 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 no. You can see the Mule 4 is the version. The what latest version 4.4 is nothing but they're adding the something new features. That's it. Basic version is 4. You can go for there is Mule 3 is there. That is completely different to Mule 4.
So,
So,
on day-to-day basis, on which we are have to practice.
So Mule
We are
4
going to
only.
assign us some work.
Mule 4 only. The most of the projects also in the Mule 4 only. They're migrating the 3 to 4.
Yes, yes.
Maybe
That is happening.
is there any TIBCO guy is there? They can understand. TIBCO 5 is completely different to TIBCO 6. Same thing. Mule 3 is
different.
yeah.
Basically, what the difference is Mule 4.3 and Mule
Mule 3 is
4.4?
completely outdated one. They're changing everything. They're changing the internal representation, internal variable declaration, everything they changed. Not in single, everything they changed it.
So suppose we are just learning Mule 4.0 and we got a project
Project
requirement
on
to
Mule 3,
work
you can
on.
see there is no Mule 3 projects
No,
are there.
no Mule 3. I'm
Yeah.
asking Mule 4.3 or Mule 4.4.
Yeah, you can that's what I'm repeating. The Mule 4 is the major version. 4.2
Okay.
or 4.3 or 4.2, they're adding the features means there are for example, they're adding the new header files or new packages, new modules. That's only.
There is no big difference.
Yeah,
4
yeah.
onward.
That is the minor additions. We can call it. For example, there is a substring is said. I mean, there is a string package not available in 4.2 or 4.3. That is available inside 4.4. So once we're at the time of data view, there I can explain the differences. Yeah, it is
Just
too
like
early.
they are giving some updates. That's it.
Yeah, that's the one. The updated means in the point of view they are adding the modules.
Sir.
Maybe header files we can talk about in Java point of view. Their package is there, no? They're adding.
So last question from me.
Yeah, yeah.
So going forward, so we will be having daily hands-on.
Daily 1 hour session is there, and whatever the discussion, generally we can start with the discussions only. Generally, the point of view, we are not starting with the ABC something. We are not going to start like that. But first, we can explain the scenarios. This is the way this is the situation is there. We are going to create like this one, and maybe you can get the we can get some use cases from your own point of view. Then those use cases also we are covering in the session.
Suppose how we'll
Everything
get
is
health.
interacting mode only. My class is there. Maybe you can inquire the previous one. Everything is interact. You can ask one question, I will answer it. That's the way we are interacting it. Yeah.
After the class, suppose we have a doubt on practicing, or we have
You
some
can see after
real time
okay,
scenarios.
So I
how
will
we can
explain.
connect.
So after end of the class, I can stop the recording and you can share your screen and you can ask your doubts.
Okay, in class only.
Yeah, in class only. That's the easiest way, na? Maybe others also can get the knowledge, na? What depending on your doubt. Think it is happening in the previous students also. Maybe they're working people also. They do the same thing. We can stop the recording. They can share. They can ask the questions. Maybe some more.
I am just asking about the practice, the practice POCs that we are going to cover. So that we are going to explain, then we have to do as a own.
Yeah, you can see everything is recording, na? I mean, recorded sessions you can get it, na? So what you do, the best one, no, everything is recorded videos. You can they can provide to you. So you can just pass the video and you can understand the use case and just replicate the same thing in your home. If you have any stuck it somewhere, then you can go back the recorded video and you can check it whether I'm done the same thing correctly or not. That is the way we are following it.
Last question I have.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. No problem.
Sir, actually, sir, here use cases. Every topic after finishing each and every topic, we are going for the cases, or at the end of the course.
No. During the discussion only, first we can discuss the topic and the use case. Then we can go to design.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, that is the one.
Yeah. Last question.
In that course, you are going to cover the migration part also.
No. We are not going to create it. No. That is the completely different. Yeah, migration part. We are not going to cover it.
Language.
Yeah, you can see it is the deployment starting. You can see. There is a RAPL, first one. We can create a RAML, then only we can move to the project design. That is the first part you can see, RAML design.
I guess post API only we will get some POCs to do, right? Till that only
Actually,
discussion.
the course content is somewhat different. Generally, they can start with the API RAML, but what we do first, we can create the implementation part, then we can go for the RAML. Then it is very easy to you guys are understand.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, if you start with the RAML, you are getting so much of struck inside of mind. First, we will see the implementation, then we can connecting both together. It is very easy. So duration of the course is the minimum 45 classes we are planning. So someone has asked the one question that is interesting one. What about the custom connectors? We are not going to create any custom connector, guys. Just remember that is somewhat different. Yeah. Any others? Tomorrow, don't miss the class because tomorrow we are going to see the most important one, basic architecture of the REST and need of integration. So these are the basics. Then you can understand why we are creating the REST-based APIs only. If the possible, we are going to create one simple API by using our Anypoint Studio also. Okay. Any
So
others?
daily 7:30. Daily the class will be
Daily,
on 7.
yeah, 7:30 to 8:30. The fee details, you can see the fee details. Just ask the admin people for the without videos 10,000, with videos 13,000. Okay, they will send all the details to you guys.
Without videos, how much, sir?
10,000 baht.
10,000. Okay.
But without videos, it is very hard. Yeah.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah,
Videos are
yeah.
compulsory. I think.
Because we are definitely we can struck it here somewhere. So
With videos, 13,000.
yes, yeah.
Okay, sir. In future, for example, I finish this course. Like
Yeah.
after 1 month or after
Maybe.
2-3 months, you have given some new updates on the like some new videos you added. So can we get that one?
No. Whatever your batch videos only, those videos only you can able to share it. They're giving the
Okay.
6 month after, and after 6 months automatically they're deleted. Yeah. They're not
So that we can
maintaining
download and we can keep with us. We can download.
I think they're not giving that option. Yeah. They can share the Vimeo links, not YouTube links. They share the Vimeo links.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have access
I
for
think
6
you can
months.
see
One last
for
question.
6
One
months
last
is
question,
very
sir.
sufficient.
Weekly,
Yeah,
how
you
many
guys
days of 2 days? How many days classes weekly? 7, 6.
only actually we are planning for the up to Friday only, Monday to Friday.
Okay, Monday to Friday. Fine.
Okay, most of the people are preferring that one only. Okay.
Yeah, that will
Saturday.
be fine.
Yeah.
Because for our working professionals.
Yeah, for the MuleSoft, most of the members are coming from the working only. They are not coming. Any freshers are not coming. So
Yeah, better 5. Okay, sir.
yeah, for the
Yeah,
previous
can
batches
we,
also. Yeah.
excuse me, sir, can we get some real-time project practice in this
So you can see the
training
Mule point of view. This is the biggest myth inside of mind. You can compare to another Java .NET. There is no complete project is there. Because why I'm
Okay.
repeating is in the Mule point of view, in integration point of how many integrations we have done. For example, we need to integrate your Gmail application with our web application. That is the small integration you are designing. Okay, it's not complete project. Just remember, we are in integration part, in the Mule point of view, we are not going to create any complete project. We are creating the parts. That part we can call it as an API integration. Okay, you can understand.
Okay.
So don't expect just like any other programming language, there is a one bigger project is there. So that kind of thing is not going to create inside of MuleSoft. We are creating the whatever the requirement is coming. So I'm sending this input. I want to create the output like this one, or otherwise I want to put this entire thing somewhere else. For that one, we are creating an API. That is an integration. Okay.
That is, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Actually,
This is
I
the
have
happen
one
inside of
doubt.
integration.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have one doubt, like because already we have a training on Java from the Naresh IT
Yeah.
still. So many videos is available, PDF available in the market. So
Yes.
how is going to be a different?
Yeah, that is the one we can see. For example, you can take any YouTube channel or for the MuleSoft. So what is the duration of the particular video? Maybe 15 minutes or 20
Yeah,
minutes? Yeah.
15 minutes.
You can see maybe you've already gone through that videos. I remembered. So why I preferring means in the video there is no interaction is there. There is no point there is no interaction is there. First point. So you have any doubts, what you do? So where we need to discuss it? But that is happening inside of the live classes. That is the main difference. You can understand. Maybe we are covering the same content and everything, but the way we are explaining while we communicating with the 10 people, we are solving the 10 set of doubts, the communication, the explanation, somewhat different, na? That is the difference between recorded session to the live classes. I hope you can understand. Yeah. Hello. Am I online, guys?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Someone is Martin. Yeah. You raise the hand. You can go ahead. Yeah. What is your doubt?
So it's a humble request. Could you introduce yourself? Because I guess I missed the beginning or.
Okay. Actually, I am not introducing myself here because some
Okay.
issues. I'm working people. Na?
Oh, got it.
That's why. Okay. You don't. But my name is maybe you are seeing. Na? That's enough.
Mhm.
Yeah. You people just understand. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No issue.
Yeah.
No
Just
problem.
Yeah, everything my class,
Sir,
everything is
one
interaction
last
model.
question from my
Okay,
side.
okay,
One
ask.
last
Yeah.
question, sir. Yeah, how much database knowledge we should have, like Oracle, SQL, anything, as we are connecting to each other?
Actually, frankly, you are asking na. So in the Mule point of view, we don't write any SQL queries. Just remember. So we need to expose the already created SPs there, na, stored
Okay, because
procedures.
why I asked this question?
I
Someone
can
yeah, one of my
inside
friend he
of
told
the
me you have to know SQL,
No,
something
no,
like
no.
that.
We are not having expert knowledge on SQL. So you
Okay.
know the how SPs are, how we can pass the input to the SPs, how we can get the output of SPs. That minimum knowledge is required. That's it.
Stored
If you
procedures.
don't, yeah, stored procedures, because everything we don't need to write the queries. Everything is already written inside of the in the real time. What happens is, so they're already written the SPs. We need to call the SPs. That's it.
So we are not writing any SPs, just we are
No,
calling it.
no. We are not going to write it any SQL queries. Just remember. So they are already created the SPs. We need to expose those SPs because you are not the database guy, right? So you don't
Yeah, I'm
have the
not the
permission to
database.
write your database queries.
Okay.
Yeah, basic knowledge you need to require. What is the SP? Why I repeating me? So we need to expose that SP is something, right? In the real time, what is this input and what is the output generating? So we need to map that basic knowledge is enough.
Oh, so only stored procedures are used, or like triggers,
99% we need to
clusters?
expose the stored procedures only.
The triggers, clusters, is there any scope?
You are not a database guy, na? You don't have the permission to create, right?
Okay, fine.
Inside of the
Got it.
MuleSoft, we don't need to create the triggers, right? So the database team, they can create the triggers and everything. So they can put it inside of the SP. We need to call that SP. That's it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Everything we can do, what the database can do. Yeah. Any other guys? Tomorrow, don't miss
Hello,
it.
sir.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm here.
Sir, what about trades in future in MuleSoft?
Sorry, I didn't get you. What about?
What about
Sorry, anyone can understand what about?
MuleSoft in future?
Sorry, yeah.
What about trades? Yani in future scope in MuleSoft tool.
Yeah. You
Increase
ask
or
about the
down?
future scope of your MuleSoft, na? That I already mentioned
Increase
that
or
once.
down?
Sorry.
Scope increase in future or down?
Yeah. You can ask about the future
Yeah,
of the MuleSoft, whether it is increased or decreased or what. So if we are learning the MuleSoft, can I survive in the market? That is the question, right?
right.
Yeah, you can see if you have the skills, you definitely there is no problem for your career, yeah. Because number of projects are coming in the MuleSoft continuously. For the coming 3 years, there is no problem. After 3 years, you have the skills, so you don't need to face any problem. Okay, just
Skills means
remove. You can see. You can just tell me one thing. So you never talk about the future of any technology because we are not predicting any technology. Okay, so maybe some of you members think the DevOps is good, then you can go to the DevOps. You don't have the knowledge, you can survive on the DevOps. Maybe AWS you are going, maybe Java you are going, .NET. The same thing happened here. The MuleSoft, there is a number of projects are coming. For the 3 years, there is 0 projects is there, na? That is not going to happen because creating the software architecture and everything, they can spend the millions of dollars. Okay, that is a point. Just keep in mind.
Also, they have got that Salesforce backend.
Yes. If after 3 years everything is 0, then what is the need of investing that much amount of technology?
No. In our current organization also there is a huge demand.
Yes,
That's why
definitely.
I'm working as an integration developer only.
Yeah.
But I am into Snap Logic.
Who are working on the integration platform, they can understand the demand of MuleSoft.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
In next year, skill means any other technology, only MuleSoft technology. You say about the after
No,
3 years depend on your skill.
The skill means you can see maybe you are misunderstanding my question. For example, you are surviving on the 3 years means you are expecting on the API creation of the MuleSoft, right? Then you can become a architect of our API team. You no need to worry about it, na?
Yes.
Yeah. So there is no complete zero projects are there for the MuleSoft. Definitely the coming continuous projects are coming here. For the Java, just take a Java. What is the life of Java? Past 20 years is coming in the market. Yeah. Still projects are coming. The same you can take any technology. Projects are still coming.
Correct.
Okay.
Hello.
Just
So,
yeah.
last
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, I have one question.
Yeah. You can go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I want to ask that many people, like I listen, many people tell that after working 2-3 years in MuleSoft, we want to switch to Salesforce. So my question is, Salesforce is better than
No, no,
MuleSoft or
no, no,
something
no,
like
no, no,
that?
no, no. You can see the Salesforce mules are quite different. Just remember, the Salesforce intention CRM management technology. The MuleSoft is intention is creating an API. You can see once you learn the MuleSoft, you can see you can work on any kind of organization who are creating the APIs. But the Salesforce is somewhat different here. Salesforce is a content management system, generally the ERP kind of system. Okay, but the problem here, the MuleSoft is promoted by the Salesforce. The many people are thinking that one is both are together, they can merge it. Who are knowing the MuleSoft, they must be learning the Salesforce. Who are knowing the Salesforce, they must be learning the MuleSoft. That is not the thing, real thing. Okay, both are two different technologies, both are independent.
Okay.
There is no connection is there, just remember.
Mm-hmm.
So if you
Or
know the
is
MuleSoft, you no need to learn the Salesforce.
or is it something like people say Salesforce
Yeah.
developer is better and MuleSoft
No,
like?
no. You can ask someone, na, 10 people are na, who are working on the DevOps, they can tell there is a huge demand for the DevOps. You can go for the AWS guy, definitely he is telling the AWS is the future, right? You can go for the
Okay.
cloud, he said that the future is the cloud. You can
Mm-hmm.
go for the Python guy, everything is waste, you can just go for the artificial intelligence. So 10 people can give the 10 different ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't,
Thank you.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, any other guys?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, okay, guys. So I think in my class also same what we discussed, something like the everything we can interacting mode only. We are not going to mute anything while during the class also. You can ask anytime any questions on the class during the class, everything. So the class should be interactive, then only you can learn more. That is my point. So tomorrow we will discuss the basic architecture of the REST and what is the integration. Then
Okay.
everything. Yeah.
The last question. Do
Yeah.
you have CI/CD getting covered in this?
CI/CD means what up to what you expecting CI/CD.
So basically,
Basic
moving the code.
CI/CD I can cover it here. So basically CI/CD means once your deployment project is done, we can move to the Git
Git.
something whatever the version control you are using. From there we are picking, right? So those basic parts I will explain. Okay, not
Maybe
complete thing.
any pipelining or how you can.
That's what I'm saying. So we are not going to create any pipeline, but I will show the pipeline.
Okay.
Okay, because that CI/CD, whatever you are creating the pipeline, everything taken care of DevOps people, not as a mule developer.
Sure.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
How much experience we can put, sir, for gap people?
This is not the place you can discuss those questions. I already answered the starting course. So there is a demand for the skilled people only. Then you can understand how much you can put it depending on your experience, your skill, you need to put it. So don't blindly put your resume on the market depending on some X, Y, Z something. Market is very strong now, but the same time interview process is also very strong. I'm repeating. Okay. So don't depending on any others. Even you are depending on once you step into the company or the project, you are facing a lot of problems, guys. Once you perfectly following the course, once you have the confidence, then only you can put your resume on the market. The things are changes. So there is no virtual interviews are going on. The first round may be virtual. The second round, definitely we need to go to the office only. I hope some of the members, so many myths inside of the interview process is already changed. So that's why I'm repeating skilled means this is the one. Okay, even I'm seeing lots of people who are onboarded for the project. They're still in the bench only past 3 to 4 months. They're putting what are the XYZ numbers on the resume and the MuleSoft. Still, they are not getting any client, not clearing any client interviews. Maybe you guys are already know that's continuous 3 months. There is no client interviews. You are cracked. They will give the 1 month and they will throw out company, right? That's what I am repeating. Skilled means that is the point. Okay.
Correct.
Got so some members you need to understand the situation is very bad for the those people. I can stop the recording, guys.
Sir, I have a question.